everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to have you guys here. So today we're going to be talking about foods that help with inflammation. So let's roll that intro and we will get right into it. Alright, so as you guys know, I suffer from anxiety, but I also suffer from eczema. It honestly constantly dries my skin out. It's more often than not always itchy. Finding a cream is always difficult because I'll find one that works like really well, and then eventually my skin just gets really used to it and it doesn't work anymore. So then I'm off on a new adventure, and yeah, I'm trying to find a cream that works even better than the last one. Yeah, so it's a constant cycle. So sometimes I just get fed up and I just live with it. I'm just like, whatever, you know. But yeah, so I just kind of live with my dry, itchy skin. You're probably wondering where I'm going with this. Well, as you know, healthy eating, just health in general, really intrigues me. So because a lot of the time, pills and creams, like they're not always completely fully helpful with, like, say, anxiety, eczema, whatever else. I want to try and cure, or at least help these issues that I have, and maybe, I'm sure other people have these issues as well. And so I want to use kind of like specific foods, and like what I mean by that is like eliminating the foods that don't help anxiety and eczema and adding in foods that like do help these things. So both anxiety and eczema can actually cause, or are caused by inflammation in the body. And so that's why I kind of want to fix it with some food. So one day when I was shopping, I came across this magazine here. So there's some actually really good things in here, and so I thought I would share some of the recipes that they recommend. I really wanted to help lower at least some of the inflammation. That way it's easier to deal with, and like my anxiety hopefully will go down, as well as like hopefully the dryness and the itchiness of my skin. Like I literally have eczema everywhere on my body, unfortunately. It has gotten better with age. Like I am slowly growing out of it, but like I still have it. Actually, like my mom actually said she grew out of it as she got older, but I think at the age that I'm at now, she completely grew out of it. So I feel like I'm a bit different than my mom in that sense. But yeah, so I want to see here. So here it says the Dirty Dozen. So what that's talking about is the 12 foods that have like additional antioxidants, and they're like mostly found in like organic fruits and vegetables. And I know like a lot of people have their opinion on organic organic anything, and I definitely had my opinion on it as well. I think like it depends on the kind of food that you're buying. I think some things are better organic, and I think other foods it maybe doesn't matter as much. So with these ones here, what they say here, okay, so the best foods to buy organic are strawberries, kale, and it says collard and mustard greens, apples, cherries, pears, celery, spinach, nectarines, grapes, peaches, bell peppers, and tomatoes. And And you know, I know that buying organic can be really expensive, like really expensive. But if you have the luxury of doing it, I think it's probably worth trying just to see if it helps to change anything. Like maybe it'll help your skin if you suffer from eczema like I do, or your anxiety, like, because a lot of the time foods come with pesticides, right? And that's not good for really anybody's body. But that's why trying to go organic kind of makes sense. But also too, with organic fruits and vegetables, they also go old faster, like, so that's kind of something to keep in mind when you are buying organic. I've definitely noticed that. So like, I think, like, personally what I would do is like buy the organic foods, but only buy like a few things just to have for like the week, which again, I mean, I don't think a lot of people like to go shopping once a week, you know, but I think like it's worth it if you're trying to better something in your body, you know what I mean? Hopefully that makes sense. And then it says here, the clean 15. So basically these are the foods that you don't necessarily have to buy organic. I mean, it's up to you, but they say that these foods are completely fine to buy non-organic. So then these ones that they have here are avocados, sweet corn, pineapples, onions, papayas, frozen peas, eggplants, asparagus, broccoli, cabbage, kiwis, cauliflower, mushrooms, honeydew, and cantaloupe. So yeah, those ones are the non-organic. So then there are a few recipes in here that I want to try, and I also want to try swapping out the non-healthy foods, obviously, for the healthier ones, like a few of them that they have in here. So, you know, say, like, I know dairy affects a lot of people, and actually as I get older, I've noticed it does affect me as well. And I know that it can be, well, it is acidic, and so having eczema does not help. Like, having eczema and having dairy, it doesn't really go well together. As much as I love dairy, which I do, I can't have too much of it, or else like it just makes my eczema just flare up. But like when I drink more like a nut-based kind of milk, like almond milk, oat milk, those kind of things, my eczema does actually like calm down a little bit more. But you also want to put all of these foods together, you know, like it is good to, like, if you find that there's a certain food that like, oh, you shouldn't eat because it inflames whatever it is, then obviously don't eat it. But I feel like when you put everything together, that's when it really like works, you know. An adult, sometimes, you know, well, a lot of the time your body's changing. Yeah, your body's changing a lot, and so you kind of have to adapt to it. And so for me, I try to have less dairy. Again, I do like Starbucks, as you guys know. I also really love ice cream. So I think that as long as you're not like overdoing it, it's totally fine. I do agree with like moderation and balance. Like I'm big on the whole balance thing. Like I said, I think actually in one of my other videos, I a lot of the time I like to have like chocolate and like salad together. Just for me, I don't know, it works. It just, my body likes it, I like it. It's just good. With the whole grains, that's part of reducing inflammation. So you don't want like white flour kind of thing, white bread. You want more whole grains, right? More nuts, more seeds, more that kind of thing to help reduce inflammation. So yeah, remember, this is for reducing inflammation. It might not be for everybody. These are just some ideas and things that I want to try that I'm hoping will help other people too. A lot of these foods, like I do already eat, but I don't have like a set routine for them, which is kind of what I'm going for. Like I want to eat more of these foods, more of these healthy foods, to just have better health, really, but to definitely, again, help my anxiety and to just be better overall, I guess. So you know, you want to add all these things like beans, nuts, like I said, seeds, healthy oils. It even talks about adding teas in there as well. Herbs and spices, that kind of thing. You know, vitamins. So it's basically just having a healthy diet. You can have sweets, but they want you to, well, not just they, but you want to be able, you want to limit how much sugar, how much sweets you're having, which, I mean, that's been a thing for a long time, right? But again, someone like me that has like a really, really big sweet tooth, it's tough. But that's why I like there's some recipes in here that, like, they have dessert recipes that I I'm very excited to try, just because like they have like healthier kind of sugars in them, which is fantastic. Like they'll use like honey, or there's this, it's a sweetener, it's called monk fruit, which I do use, and like I also use coconut sugar as well, which, I mean, hopefully it's a little bit better than regular sugar. But like as I go like on here, make videos on this channel, I'm learning as well. Like we're going through this together, right? But yeah, so like I'm looking very forward to these recipes and changing it, and like seeing a change in my skin, in my anxiety, and I'm gonna keep you guys up to date on all of it. So there's some recipes in here that they seem like I don't know, it could seem far out for some people, it may not. For me, I've heard of most of these foods, never actually thought of putting it all together. So I'm excited. So some of the recipes here. So as you can see, this one here, this one is a lighter Thai green curry. Now if you don't like curry, you might not like this, but if you do, you might like it. So with this one, there's like an eggplant in it, corn, bok choy, asparagus. They use coconut milk. There's lemongrass sticks in it, which I've never used, so I'm really excited to use that. Yeah, just like there's fish sauce in it, some honey, limes. Yeah, it's just garlic. Yeah, and then you just put it on top of some rice, and it definitely looks really healthy. I'll show you guys a picture one more time. And I'm pretty sure that is the eggplant right there. Usually I'm used to curry with like meat, like chicken. So it's definitely gonna be a change. I mean, if I can, which I might add some chicken to that. And then there is fish and broccoli tray bake, which is this one here, this one right here. That looks pretty good. The fish on there though, I don't think I've ever had before. I might change that up just because I'm not a big seafood kind of person. I'll eat some fish, and like shrimp and stuff, but I'm not like a big, I'm not a very adventurous eater. So I might just stick with what I know and maybe try a different fish. I'm not sure, but yeah, that looks pretty good. And then this one. Now this one I'm actually kind of excited to try, which is this here. It's a health boosting chicken and almond tray bake. Looks pretty good. I might change. They put kale in there, and like right now, I'm not too big on kale. That might be a story for another day, but I used to love kale and now not so much. Let me know if you want to hear that story. It's not long, but kind of gross. But yeah, that one looks pretty good, minus the kale. Might try something different in that one. This wow, clearly I can't say that word, but this one here, it's kind of a soup kind of thing, and it has some shrimp in it, which again, I'm okay with shrimp, so I think I might try this one. Looks really good actually. There's an avocado toast with an egg, lemongrass and ginger chicken. That actually does sound really good. There's a zesty Mediterranean chicken, which is right here, which looks really good. That looks pretty good. And then there is a beetroot and fennel hummus, which is right here. I am excited to try this, but a little nervous just because, like, I don't know. I don't really, when it comes to beets, I don't really think of it as being mushed up. I just think of it like, you know, cutting it and eating it, not really in a hummus. But I'm actually kind of excited to try it, so we'll see how that one goes. There are a few more in here, but let's see. Ooh, okay. I'm sure a lot of you have tried this, which is a Waldorf salad, which honestly, I've never had one in my life, like ever. So I'm actually excited to try this and to make it. Doesn't seem too hard, so, and it looks pretty healthy, so I'm quite excited for that one. And I think there is just a few more. Okay, so there's roasted new potato and salmon salad, which again, where is it? Right here. That looks pretty good too. And I think it also says you can put it on some rice, some sticky rice. So But yeah, that looks pretty good. I'm definitely gonna make sure my salmon is hot. I don't want cold salmon. To me, that just sounds gross, but that's just me. And then it goes into kind of like dessert kind of thing. So like here's some blueberry muffins. I'm not a huge fan of blueberries. Like they're okay. I'll eat them, but these actually look pretty good. And like, I mean, I don't want to like ruin the healthiness of this, but I feel like if I put some like whipped cream on this, like liquid whipped cream, and like heat it up, it would be like so good. But I'm gonna try and eat it plain like this, but maybe put some butter on it. And then here's a raspberry polenta cake. That looks pretty good though, right? So I'm also excited to have this too. Kind of change up my desserts, which again, having a huge sweet tooth might be difficult, but here is banana bread with Greek yogurt icing. That looks pretty good, right? And then on the other side, here is a summer fruit roulade, I think it's called, which is here. So this all looks pretty good. Okay, and then we're almost done here. Just a few more. This one is a chocolate chip tahini cookie. Sounds interesting. Not sure how I feel about this one. I'll try it and we'll see how this one goes. There's sesame seeds on the side of it, so I don't know. I've never actually had a cookie with sesame seeds on it, so we'll see. And then this looks amazing. Orange fairy cakes, which is these right here. These actually sound pretty good. And they're also gluten-free, which I mean, for me, I'm fine. I'm not gluten-free, but if you are, it might work for you. And then there's elderflower cheesecake. I'm actually not sure what an elderflower is. I'm assuming, you know what, I don't even know. I know of elderberries, I think is what it is. Elderflowers? No, never heard of. But this is what looks like. It's a cheesecake, I think it says. Yeah, elderflower cheesecake. Looks pretty good. And then for the last one, the raspberry and coconut ice cream. I'm probably gonna have to make that myself because I don't think you can buy this in stores. But it looks pretty good, right? So those are a few of the recipes that I'm wanting to try and going to try. And I'm gonna video them as I make them, as I try them, just so that you guys can see how they are, how to make them, that kind of thing, and kind of bring you along and let you guys know how I feel after each meal. And I'm assuming, I don't know, I'll maybe try it for about a week or two and go from there and just kind of see how it's helped my anxiety, how it's helped my eczema, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, those are the recipes I wanted to share with you guys. Yeah, so if you guys suffer from any inflammation, anxiety, eczema, that kind of thing, yeah, well, hopefully these recipes help you guys as well. I definitely will let you guys know and keep you posted. If you guys do try any of these recipes as well, let me know how they work for you and how you like them. I might tweak some of them, and hopefully that's okay. And it'll still work. I think it will. But yeah, I'll tweak them and I'll show you on here how I tweak them, what's different. And if you guys like that better, you can try it as well too. And yeah, just let me know how it worked out for you. So with all of that being said, thank you so much for watching and supporting me and my channel. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe down below, as well as the notification bell, so that you never miss a new video. So I will see you guys in my next video. Remember, you are loved and appreciated.